Hello, Laura. It's Barbara. How are you?
Well, I'm doing well, Barbara. It's a good day.
Yeah, welcome everyone. This is Barbara Murphy-Shannon and Laura Diaz. We're chatting with coaches. This is well, we were doing weekly, but had the holidays off. But we get together and talk about different topics that we think that you'd have either challenges with, obstacles, or just would like some additional help with. We're both life and business coaches, so you've come to the right place. And today we thought we would discuss, it's the beginning of the year. Everybody's doing a lot of resolutions, which I don't believe in at all, but I do believe in setting goals and having a plan for the year. So one topic is goal setting, goal planning, and both Laura and I have programs for that, which we'll discuss at the end of this segment. But what we thought we'd help you with is talking about and discussing the 5-6 mistakes that a lot of people make when planning or setting up their goals. And so the first one, I'll let Laura go first. Laura, what's one of the main goals or mistakes people make when they're setting up their goals or their focus plan?
One of the mistakes that many people that I work with have made in the past is they don't write their goals down. They don't realize that writing your goals down makes a whole lot of difference in terms of you being motivated and actually starting working on your goals and also having the goals accomplished. So writing a goal is very important. I've found that to be very important in creating goals.
Yeah. There's I don't have the study in front of me, but I believe you have a 40% more chance of making your goal happen by just writing it down.
Exactly. I read a study that was varying on 80%, that when you write your goals, you run a chance of close to the 80% of having that goal accomplished versus having a goal in your mind and thinking about it once in a while.
Right, because having that visibility of what it is that you want to accomplish is very important for your subconscious to know that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it also helps you when you have it written down to decide what's next in making this happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And then I was going to say another mistake that people fall into is they either have too little or too many goals, mostly too many, usually the overachievers, because you can only handle so many goals at one time. And there's a magic formula in there, and it depends on who you're speaking to or who you're getting your information from. But anything over, like, say, 12 major goals for a year is just setting you up for failure.
Oh, yeah.
Too much. It's just too much. You can't. What is it? It's Tony Robbins that says we always overestimate what we can do in a year and underestimate what we can do in 10 years. And that first part, that we overestimate what we can do in a year, is where I see a lot of people get into trouble, because they're like, oh, I want to, lose weight, go around the world, start a business, hit, $1 million, just keeps, these huge goals that they're going to think they're going to achieve in 1 year. And there is a simpler way to do that. And that's really coming up with some very structured goals and limiting them to what you really want to achieve within that year.
Yeah, because the simplicity of keeping our focus on some simple or very fewer goals helps our own psychology, our own focus, because we really don't have the capacity of, say, 12, 15 goals for the year, because what happens is we get into overwhelm with all these goals and nothing happens, as compared to, say, maybe we have 3 goals. Mm-hmm. And we strategically make plans on how to get those 3 completed, and we have more of a chance of getting those 3 done than claiming 15 and getting none done.
Right. Yeah. I think it's Warren Buffett. He's one of his methods is you write down the 25 goals that you want to achieve, and it could be professional, personal, but try to focus on either professional or personal. So say it's professional, you write 25 down, and then he says pick 5 and say no to the rest. So the hard part there is like, you know, you might have a 6 that you really want to do, but and that might come along, but you have the training or the being very on tune to your 5 goals is to say no to that 6th goal. Like it could be something you really want to do, but you're going to have to say no. So that's one of his methods, but there's a lot of different methods on picking the right number of goals, as well as being able to stick to the goals.
Right. Right.
What's another one you can think of as far as a mistake?
Another goal that, you know, I see mistakes is in not being specific enough. For example, I've had people that I work with and they say, well, I want to be healthy this year. I want to have financial independence. I want to be rich, you know, just as an example. But when you think about this, those topics, you know, that's too big. Because we don't know what it means to be financially independent. We don't know what it means to be healthy, as an example. It could mean different things to different people, as compared to somebody who wants to be healthy and they say, I want to be able to walk 2 miles a day.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's specific, because if
Right.
you're not able to walk even half a mile because of some illness or some kind of, maybe you had a fractured leg or something else may have happened, but you're aiming to walk at least 2 miles a day, then you have a goal, you have a specific aim that you're moving towards, as compared to somebody says, I want to be healthy, which really doesn't mean anything to anybody or the universe.
Right.
So nobody can provide any support
How
with
do you
you.
know when you get there, right? How do you know when you're healthy? Because your version of health and my version of health are 2 different things. So you have
Exactly.
to be specific on what that means. You know, I can walk 2 miles. That's very specific. When you get to that point, you know, you reached your goal.
That's right. That's
But
right.
it's true. Like a lot of people, especially like some of our clients being in business, they'll be like, they need to get the specific number of like how much money they want to make that year, or how many clients they want for that month. You know, it has to be very specific. Otherwise, it's kind of pie in the sky, and
Yeah.
it never happens.
Because the beauty of it is that if you reach it in less time, then you can start on a different goal that's on the waiting list.
Right. That's another mistake, is then deadlines.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people will be like, okay, we'll go with, I want to walk. Now we got specific, right? I want to walk 2 miles, you know, a day. No, I'm trying to think. I want to walk 2 miles to be healthy. Well, when do you want to do that by? You know, you need a date. Otherwise, that could take you all year if you
That's
don't.
true.
You know, if you don't put down the deadline. So
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Having a deadline also, I know for me, like when I went back to school, it was every class was, you know, it was 1 week for each topic. So Wednesday I'd have my paper in. There was a deadline. I didn't have a choice. If I didn't get my paper in, I didn't, you know, pass the class, whatever. But we have to do that for ourselves as far as setting up deadlines. And there's ways to set them up that are not going to be overwhelming. And they're not going to feel like, you know, that a sacrifice. You know, the deadlines are set up to make sure that it does happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And also, you know what, Barbara, I just thought about it. Deadlines are also to help you if maybe something needs to be modified. Maybe you create a certain strategy or action plan, perhaps, and you're getting close to the deadline and you realize maybe this plan is not working. Maybe you need to make some modification. It also alerts you that maybe something needs to change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. All right. What's another one, Laura? I think we're on 4.
Another one is having a good mindset. Well, I would say either a good mindset or an effective mindset. And what I mean by that is when we're approaching goal setting, many times I see, and we get into this feeling, oh, I don't want to, because you feel in your mind, I have to, or I should, or I don't need to, or I need to. as compared to coming from a different kind of mindset that you feel more inspired. Because when you come from a mindset of I want to, then you're more willing to get engaged in completing a goal as compared to coming from a mindset, oh, I have to. You're going to hesitate, and you're going to try to find a way out when you come from a mindset, I have to. So when we're looking at mindset in goal setting, is always come from the mindset that is going to promote you and help you complete it, more so than keeping a mindset that you have to or I should. And what's going to happen subconsciously is that you're going to sabotage yourself.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like we'll talk about it later, but my course that I have coming up, which is a goal setting course for 7 days that starts on Monday, one of the things is mindset totally that we're going to discuss. And it's, it's really, again, coming from a place of like, what's your big why? Why are you doing this? Like, okay, so let's take the example again, the woman that wants to walk 2 miles. Why? It has to, you can't say, oh, because I want to be healthy, because that's not a big why. It has to be a big why. It's by like, I want to be able to walk 2 miles so I could be with my grandchildren when they come to visit me and not feel like I can't get off the couch. There's a big why. Now it's about a grandchildren. But, and then mindset then becomes more like you said, not I have to, but I want to. Right? Yeah. Now mindset's huge. I mean, I think it's
yeah, absolutely.
It's probably 80% of the reason why you would achieve your goals over everything else. You got to have the right mindset. That's why we're both mindset coaches. So if you need help with your mindset, all right. So the last one that I have is structure. So a lot of people don't know how to even, or they make a mistake, I should say. They make a mistake of like what you just said. They leave it in their head, or maybe they even do write it down, but they write it down and then it goes into a drawer. So like goes in and never be seen. There's no structure as far as, okay, this is what I'm going to do for the year. This is what I'm going to do for, the quarter, the month, the week, the day. Like how do you chunk it down? What's the steps you take? How do you like even put a goal setting plan together? So there has to be some structure. And I know the word structure is like boring, but if you think about anything, an architect doesn't just, throw the bricks up and throw some wood together to build a house. There's a plan, there's structure, it's pre-planned.
Yeah, there's a blueprint. Yeah.
Right, a blueprint. I love the word blueprint. So yeah, so if you don't like the word structure, go with blueprint.
Yeah.
But you have to have some way to know what to do first, what to do second, what to do, and how to get there. And so that can be a challenge. And again, it could be a big mistake because people will just maybe write it down on a piece of paper, but then do not know what to do with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So having a plan that you can look at pretty much every day and know what you're supposed to be doing that day is the best plan. Right?
Oh, absolutely. Because when you write your goals and you have a plan in front of you and you review them often throughout the week, the more repetition you remind yourself where you're going, the more subconsciously your body is going to take you there. Since we have this neurological thing called the reticular activating system, and subconsciously it knows where you want to go. And so when they see an opportunity in your whereabouts that this is going to tap on one of your goals, you're going to be drawn to that,
right,
in the completion of your goal. So when you review your written goals often, you, without knowing, will get ideas on how to take the structure, how to take the steps to keep moving and getting completed, because you're training your mind, you're training yourself, what opportunities I need to look for, because this is where I'm going.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I think that was a good little list for people. We gave them some good suggestions. And again, if you're looking for more help, both Laura and I have different courses going on right now. I'm gonna share my screen. So mine's called Elevate in 2021, and it's a goal planning course. It's for 7 days. It starts on Monday. It's through Zoom. It's free. It really is. It's free. There'll be no pitch at the end, but there'll definitely be available coaching if you need it. And so each day it's going to be for 1 hour. 30 minutes, I'll be teaching you a lesson basically on a lot of these do's and don'ts we talked about. And then we'll have 30 minutes discussion to make sure that you understand what the next steps are, how to fill out your homework, the worksheet. And by the end of the 7 days, you'll have the structure for your 2021 plan. So if you're interested, my website's there, barbaramurphyshannon.com. You can go on there and just sign up. It's, again, free. And we start Monday at 1 o'clock Mountain Time. And Laura, let me see if I can do yours. There's yours. Oh, it's sharing is paused. Can you see it, Laura?
No.
Okay, I don't know. Hold on 1 sec. I'll get back up.
There you go.
Thanks.
So one way to get more information about this course that starts next Monday, the 11th of January, is to contact me, Laura at inharmonycoaching.com. We start next Wednesday. It's going to be for 4 weeks. We're going to meet on Monday evening, well, late afternoon at 5 o'clock Pacific time. And we're going to go for 60 minutes, 75 minutes. And each week, we're going to cover a section of creating your life plan. And we're going to look at your life purpose. We're going to look at your goals, your vision, your mission and values. And we're going to put all those elements together in a life plan where you will have a written life plan, which includes your goals for the best year of your life. And we're going to go through the instruction and the mindset and the discussion of what's important for you to accomplish this life plan for yourself. So if you're interested, again, my name is Laura Diaz, and I'll give you my phone number. I'm at 619-316-2600 because we start next week on the 11th. If you want more information on this course, just give me a call, or I can be reached at Laura at inharmonycoaching.com. Thank you.
Great. Good. So you have no excuses out there, people. You got 2 great programs you can join and make 2021 your best year ever, because I really believe it is going to be the best year ever. There's just something really positive right now with the universe. So reach out to myself or Laura and join us, join us.
Absolutely, Barbara. There's 2 resources that everybody has. And usually most of us that are achievers are always looking at what goals do I want to accomplish this year? We usually look at that in January and we start creating a plan. What do I need to start doing right now? Mm-hmm. And so if you want some guidance, some coaching, talk to Barbara or myself and see how we can help you.
Right. And you hit a good point there too, Laura, about like the person that does goal setting, goal planning, they are usually the more ambitious, A types that want to get things done. And then the other person is the, who sets a goal, doesn't have a plan. Well, that's a wish. That's not reality. So yeah, you need to have your plan.
That's right.
Well, thank you everyone for checking us out, and we will see you in a week or so, or maybe Monday. All right, Laura, thank you. I will talk to you soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Camera.